Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Groves. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
On the ground, this is Hill. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run with Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Jackson on 1st down. The quick slant caught. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Hill. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short. They elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A run for Hill. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. On 4th down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson now to throw again. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Jackson now. Able to spin free. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And just bowling over tacklers. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
Looking to throw. Groves. He'll take, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Hill. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Fournette stiff-armed him. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Tim Williams drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now a 10th carry for Hill. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
General West. He's coming. Orbit. He's coming. Double up. Now. Pilot, 64.
Operating from the gun, Groves. And he rifles one incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
80 weapons. Hey, exit. Go.
Throwing again, Groves. He's got his man here as Gary Jennings Jr. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. He'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53.
Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Go.
Mike, 53. 53.
Back to throw. Groves. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Looking deep for Jennings. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Looking to throw. Groves. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
I got you. I got you. Check 3. Check 3.
On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
Second and 10 at the 6-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Pick the edge. Come.
They run it again with Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Cut it right. You got 3 down.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
Go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Snap.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gator. Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Switch.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Go.
61, matchbox, light. Ready?
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Ready. 70, Indy.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Recon, 132 fighter. 2.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal. And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lambeau on for the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
First down, and it's Hill again. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. A dump off now to Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Fournette. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight. Watch twist.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Jackson throwing on 4th down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson sliding out of the pocket, and this is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers, another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down, told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up, I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19 on the toss. Here's Johnson. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good point.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer.